How's it going, guys? We're here with another attempt at World of Warcraft. Went in on my downtime and pretty much adjusted the. Ooh, we're lagging. All right. Pretty much adjusted the player interface, the user interface, so that I don't have that goofy black freaking square over my character anymore. So after that, we should be good to go. Let me just. All right. So we're going to do the pre-patch quest, the Cult Within. There we go. Lost my display for a second.
Over here, champion. The rumors I mentioned began in this part of the city. All paths are possible. Greetings, traveler. Please be discreet. Not everyone who seems suspicious or who practices void magic is necessarily a danger.
Good day to you. Keep the wind in your sails. Open your heart to the light.
So Ramoth was right for once. The Twilight's Blade have been recruiting here. We embrace power. Now that we've confirmed the rumors, we must stop the Twilight's Blade at its source, the Twilight Highlands.
Yet more minds twisted by the void. This must seem quite familiar to you, Umbric. Respect our customers. We'll infiltrate the cult and see what you can learn, but do not succumb to the allure of their sermons. We may have removed the cult's presence from Orgrimmar and Stormwind, but their numbers still grow. this is a staging ground.
Eretor told me of a larger force being assembled by Xalatath. The Twilight's blade seems a lesser threat by comparison.
Every practitioner of void magic is a threat, Umbric. Have your own mistakes and misadventures done nothing to teach you that?
Becoming Rendorai has proven to me the opposite. The void can be harnessed for good, and its wielders left in control of their minds. If you want to speak of mistakes, look at your own magisters. How many times has their pursuit of power nearly led to ruin?
I will not be lectured by you. Not when you force me to exile you from Silvermoon for refusing to abandon your forbidden research.
The knowledge gleaned from that research has saved our world countless times. You're merely too stubborn to acknowledge it.
Enough! Like everything else you do, this plan to infiltrate the cult is foolhardy and dangerous. It had better work, Umbric.
Oh, it will, Ramath. The question is whether or not you'll admit it when it does.
Man, these guys are a little fucking spicy against each other, considering the fact that we're supposed to be moving toward like a total unification of like all the elven races, according to Blizzard. But nah, I mean, I'm partially in agreement with the Blood Elves. Like, I don't necessarily like the fact that we're getting so cozy with void magic, but I mean, the same could be said of the light too. Like, it's kind of shaping out to be like all these cosmic forces are just like corruptive influences, no matter like their moral standpoints. So, I mean, really, it's just another fucking moving toward like a morally ambiguous gray fucking zone, like every other fucking modern woke game does. It's kind of lame. There really need to be defined lines between good and evil. Like that's how we as a society understand right from wrong, is like all this media that teaches us like blatant like black and white good and evil. Like, yes, there are shades of gray in between, but when it comes down to it, there are things that are clearly wrong and clearly right. Kind of like with the new Fable game, for instance, man. Like the removal of the like kind of like overt aesthetic morality system, like how your character will change like to be more malevolent or malevolent, the defining like your actions. Like, that's core and antithetical to the game, because it was literally the original Fable games were designed to be a sort of like moral compass. Like, it was designed for I don't want to say kids, but like young adults, to like just simply outline good and bad. I don't know why I used the word antithetical. I think that was out of context, but like essentially it's just like core to like the game experience and like what it was originally supposed to be, was what I was trying to get at. I think media that outlines just basic morality and draws a line between good and evil is like necessary for our society. It has been forever since I've been out to the Twilight Highlands. Most time I spent out here was during Cataclysm, but I've always really liked the, like, kind of like underground, like, hobbity Shire vibes of this place. I honestly wish they would rebuild it, to be totally honest. I wish they would go through and rebuild all these houses.
I don't have a I need a You, Acolyte, haven't you finished your training? Where is your tabard? Do you have a question? Watch and learn. Prove yourself as one of Xal'atath's faithful. Only then may you attend the initiation ceremony.
We will persevere. What would you ask of death? I don't have a target.
Our enemies will fall.
appear to be ready for your initiation now, fledgling. This way. The end is nigh. Are you take heed of Mordune's speech? Our leader's words have set many cultists' hearts afire. I'm sure they will yours as well.
We are the Twilight's blade, the void black dagger Xalatath wields against Azeroth. We cut deep. Blood, carnage, chaos. This is what gains her favor. This is our glow. We shall strike at the heart of Azeroth and end this flawed world. For Xalatath, for the Twilight's blade!
Excellent work, champion. I believe we have learned enough here. Time to tear this camp apart.
Shadow.
I will meet you back at the base camp. Our fight against this cult is only beginning.
I need a target. It's too far away. I need a target. I don't have a target.
You still haven't learned. The Twilight's blade will be your end. I didn't teach you that.
I maintain that this plan was a risk, Umbric. Luck has once again spared us from your recklessness.
What would you ask of me? We build our future upon the backbone of tradition. Do not squander resources. I am rather busy. For Quell Thalas, what is it? It would be unwise to oppose us.
The community's efforts have attracted new visitors. You can find them in the town center.
Deal so sweet you can smell 'em a mile away. I'll have more dug up for you later. Well, hello there, traveler. Keep your nose clean. Could smell you a mile away. Oh.
I offer rare goods for distant travelers. Come back anytime.
Transaction complete. Browse. Take your time. Enjoy. Next one is on me.
Your coin is always welcome. How may I help
you. I offer service with a smile. That's enough gabbing for me today.
Need help? Safe travels.
Princess of Pandaria. Family, friends, food. These are what matter most. I hope you find these to your liking. Slow down. Life is to be savored.
Greetings. Balloons light your path.
very wise to shop here. May you find mastery in your passions. May the Red Crane live forever.
Hey Lily, what's up? Just vibing, kinda doing fuck all today in World of Warcraft. I'm just now getting back into retail after a little bit of a break, maybe about like 4 or 5 months or so. So I'm just checking out all the new stuff. Yeah, that movie that they put out was essentially like the kind of like the beginning of the story with Anduin Lothar and young Khadgar, Medivh, and the story of how the orcs came to Azeroth. Yeah, that's like the beginning of the World of Warcraft storyline. But those are the vibes I'm in it for. Like, I love the original RTS games. I love the original, like, almost like 10 years or so of World of Warcraft. I don't want to say it's like recently been in decline, but ever since, I kind of want to say, God, like the end of Legion was kind of like where it all starts going downhill. In my opinion, Legion was like the sixth or like seventh expansion of the game, but it has to do with the demons that were originally manipulating the scenes behind the orcs and Medivh coming back for like another pass at the planet. But ever since that expansion ended, the story has taken like a really shitty woke modern audience turn. Man, we just don't have a portal to Borealis anymore, do we? Fuck. That means I'm gonna have to fly. Oh no, here we go. But yeah, speaking of that movie, the actor that plays Anduin Lothar, his name is Travis Fimmel. He also plays Ragnar Lothbrok in the Vikings History Channel series, and it is really fucking good. Travis Fimmel is a really good actor. If you like that guy specifically, I would check out the Vikings show. It is very good, but don't watch the Netflix one. The Netflix one is trash. Gotta watch like the OG like History Channel. I believe it was History Channel. Viking series. But that being said, on top of the yeah, that's pretty much like the gist of it. The green chick, her name was Garona Half Orc, and she is a half breed orc from like the original planet because they shared the planet with multiple species of people because well, I think the orcs were native to it, but the breed of alien that she was mixed with, because they're all aliens, like it became like this huge like universal kind of sci-fi story more than like a fantasy story after a while. But essentially it's all aliens, and the orcs are aliens, and they would conquer and crossbreed with other aliens, and they created the horde, and that green magic they use is just like fucking alien demon magic. But that being said, like, even though I disagree with the direction of the game so far, I've been playing this game since I've been like a really little boy. Like, I'm 30 years old now, and I started playing this game when I was like 10, 12 years old. So even though I don't like the direction of the game, like, I'm just not gonna abandon my favorite game.
The following items are currently for sale.
I don't even have the stupid currency to fucking buy that shit.
Thank you for your business.
Alright, so the lore of this game is something that I have been, like, autistically attracted to for 20 years plus. So, like, I remember the entirety of the plot and storyline to a, relatively, like, 80% accuracy. Because, like, I have literally just been no-lifing this game for 20 years. Like, I've read all the books, I've read all the comics, I've played the game for, like, the majority of my life. It's just been, like, a constant thing. Same with Star Wars, too. I can sit here and just, like, literally, pop off about all things Star Wars. Because it's just been something that I've, been magnetized to from an early age. But also, I'm in the same boat as you as well. Like, I could remember that shit, but I can't remember to do, like, some of the most, like, menial, repetitive tasks in my day-to-day life. I can't remember certain tasks at work. I have to, like, physically look over my schedule and remind myself exactly what I'm doing sometimes. That's, I don't know. It's a give and take. Feel like the human memory only has, like, so much RAM, you know, so much internal storage. So I feel like if you choose to fill it with things that aren't, like, quite particularly useful, you kind of lack in the usefulness when it comes down to it. It's a matter of choice, to be totally honest. You gotta, you know, if you choose to be, like, so ingrained in something like that, it's a matter of choice. Not everybody does stuff like that. There are people who have been playing just as long as me who have no idea, like, what the story is, or, like, who the characters are, or what they're even doing. They're just in it for, like, the gameplay, I guess. Yeah, it's very easy to be just kind of under the plot line when it comes to WoW, because there's so much shit to do in this game, like just like on a daily repetitive basis, that like it becomes a chore. So you kind of gotta like pick and choose where you put your focus on. Like some people literally just like 24/7 no life this game and do every single bit of like content that they can get their hands on. Me, like, even though I play it for a long time, like I'm still relatively more casual. Like all I do is really like exploration and questing content. I do dungeons, like I'll do raids if I can get into like an LFR. But mostly I'm casual. I'm not really competitive. I don't do PvP. I don't do like the world. Well, I do the world quest because it's part of like the kind of like the daily slop routines that get you gear. So it's a lot easier to do like world quests for gear than it is to like just go gear hunting and like diving into like dungeons and shit. There's also delves too, which are like a relatively new feature. It's like a mini narrative dungeon. You go in with like a group of like 3 people, 4 people, and just kind of like run through like a little like sequence of hallways with a storyline, and you get some pretty good loot and stuff at the end of it. I definitely gravitate toward the more single player shit because I'm a loner at heart, and I don't like relying on other people to complete my tasks, because if you do that, you're more likely to fail than not.
Here to take a look around.
See if there's anything in the monthly shop that I want.
Don't you be gone too long.
You need something? Hello. Have a good one.
I'm out of range.
Yeah, I've played it before. I played it a lot when it first came out, and the year or so prior. But ever since I switched from Xbox to PC, my library of games has kind of shrunk considerably. If I ever find a way to pretty much like hook my Xbox up to my PC so I can play all my Xbox games, I'll probably stream it again, to be honest, because I love Cyberpunk 2077. Like, the gameplay is so good, the game is so pretty, and I honestly just love Johnny Silverhand as a character. He's so great. I don't think all the endings. I did the, think like the original, like, 3 or 4 endings, like, before they released any DLC. I did the one where you go in, guns blazing the Arasaka Tower and get everybody killed. I did the one where you kind of, like, just commit suicide, and, well, I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that word on stream, but, honestly, I don't give a fuck. I can't remember the other ones off the top of my head, but I also did the endings for fuck, what was it? The DLC with Idris Elba. Whoa, what is going on? Where am I at? Okay. I did the one where you pretty much help the girl escape, and then I did the one where you give her up. But I mean, in my opinion, all of the Cyberpunk 2077 endings, besides the like original, I guess you would call it good ending, where you kind of let Johnny take your body, I guess is what I would consider the good ending, because it just has like the best outcomes for everybody, unless I'm confusing it with the other ending. But I've done like a lot of endings. I haven't played the game in like a good minute, but it would definitely be worth replaying in my opinion, because it is a good game. What the fuck is going on?
I need to get
Damn.
I'll give you more. You know what they say.
Yeah, but if you think about it, Rogue's not really the best character. Like, in all honesty, she's kind of a rat. Like, if you read into like some of the deeper shit of the game, she's supposedly the reason why the Arasaka heist went so fucking sideways. She sold everybody out for her own survival. I feel worse about getting Pan Am and the Aldecados killed than anybody else.
Now to finish the job.
The going in alone music, the going in alone ending also has like the best music in my opinion. I think it's called the track is called The Noble Path, and it is it's a really great track. I am getting this fucking repetitive error that won't go away. It is buzzing in my ears. So I'm gonna try to finish this dungeon in silence, and then I'll probably switch games. I can't even open my menu because of that thing, so I'm gonna have to like fucking control alt delete my fucking game. It's wild. I'm gonna have to figure out which add-on is conflicting like that. It's probably like deadly boss mods or something, and it helps with like avoiding some of the mob trash and like the attacks and stuff. So I'll probably just disable that. But yeah, I saw that that whole thing as like kind of like the worst twist of the game because like I actually really liked Rogue as a character until I figured that out. And I mean like the whole thing about it is too is like Johnny Silverhand's account of the bombing of Arasaka Tower is extremely like egotistical and like embellished. Yeah. Judy's character is freaking weird too, man. Like to be totally honest, like I feel like the devs really like kind of they really fumbled the romance bag on a lot of those options, man. Like Judy being entirely like a lesbian driven character when like your characters have like really good synergy no matter what gender you pick is kind of weird to me. It's like when I originally played through, I really liked Judy as like a character, and I wanted to pick her as like my romance option until I got to the very end where she's just like, "Oh, nope, I'm gay. Sorry." After you rail through the whole quest line of her not really saying anything about it. Although, I mean, it's kind of obvious since she was like so hard up for Evelyn in the beginning of the game. But that's besides the point. Ooh, shit. Yeah, and like the fact that she just like abruptly leaves too after you try to like ask her out was like so fucking weird. I didn't like that at all. This continuous freaking error buzzing is melting my brain, dude. Oh, thank God. It's probably gonna crash my game. There we go. No more buzzing. Another another thing that bugs me about Cyberpunk's kind of like writing is what they did with River Ward. He was such a in my opinion, I thought he was a cool character because he was like the only cop character that you really interact with, right? And they made him have a crash out. I mean, like I get it, it was a valid crash out. I would do the same thing if I found some like PDF having like a farm and like my nephew is kidnapped and like tortured on said farm. I would crash out too. But like he was also supposed to be like kind of like a righteous authority figure. He was supposed to be like the good guy. Like he was supposed to represent a good cop in a corrupt world, and they crashed him out. Think I think like during one of the ending credit scenes, I forget if it's like from the DLC or like the base game, but he literally calls you and he calls you from prison and apologizes. It's funny. Uh, Goro. Oh, fucking Takamura. I don't think he should have been a romance option. I think he should have just been like a like a bro. Like he should have he should have just been like a close bro. Cause like I think Takamura was just like kind of hardcore straight, and if he were to go for anybody, it would be like in like a Japanese woman or an Asian woman of sorts. I don't know. He just seems like really traditional and set in his ways. But I mean, yeah, I guess I'm forgetting that you can play as like a female character too. I never really do that stuff. I always play as like kind of like a caricature of myself inside the game world. Like this is one of my side characters. My main character is a show you. But yeah, essentially like case in point, like I really always I insert myself into like fantasy settings like this, like when I play games, just because I don't know, it just seems like the funnest scenario for me to do is like insert myself into the game world. Yeah, see, you get where I'm coming from. I guess I kind of made him look like the other guy at some point and forgot about it, but essentially I made this dude like almost look almost exactly like myself IRL. And I tend to do that with a lot of games that I play. Like when I play Hightail, I literally made a 1-to-1 a 1-to-1 model of like my own guy, my VTuber model. Like I got it spot on too. The only thing I did was add elf ears because if I have the option to, I usually do. Like they added the option to have elf ears on human characters because they introduced a faction of like half human, half elves in the current expansion called the Arathi, which are just descendants of like the original human empire from like way back in the deep lore. But they essentially, like case in point, just gave us the ability to have pointy ears on human characters. But yeah, like I only ever played male V, and I've done the starting thing for like all the life paths just to see what they are, but the playthrough that I mained was a street kid playthrough. But yeah, I mean like I think Takamura would be kind of like relatively straight and traditional. So I mean like if he was added in as a like a female romance option, like I mean I wouldn't be opposed to it. He seems like a little old to be romantically involved with a V, but you know, as long as they're two consenting adults, I don't really mind that much. They just don't really seem like they would mesh well. The corpo beginning was kind of it was a really good window into like how the corpo culture in the game actually works, how like backstabby and ruthless it actually is. And like I mean that's like kind of it's kind of the thing with all the life paths, like to be honest, like it's just the world of cyberpunk to be ruthless and backstabby and every man for themselves type deal. That's why I honestly loved the dynamic between V and Jackie in the beginning. I really sincerely wish they didn't kill Jackie off because like he would have been a good like party member to have through like the entirety of the game. Like could you imagine if you got to play through the whole game with Jackie Wheeler at your side? Or Jackie Wells, my bad. I was thinking of another character. But yeah, Jackie Wells would have been dope to have as like just a consistent party member in the game. And they also they updated the customization system in this game too, so like all my characters' outfits and styles are just like fucked up beyond belief now. I have to go through and like reset them all. I kind of like the Aldecado beginning too. Now that we're talking about it, like I thought it was really cool to start the game across the border and then like smuggle shit in and have it go like completely wrong at the border patrol. That dude looks cool. Have to reset all my freaking talents too. Yeah. It's even better too because like you can go back and get the car you started off in from the dump, and like you meet some girl that was trying to like fix it up, and like the whole quest line is like just a matter of like, are you gonna help this girl escape her fucking issues, or are you just gonna become another issue for her? And I when I played through, I did like kind of like the multiple save route, and like I would like before most major decisions, I would save the game and then like try out each decision to see what I really fucked with. And yeah, like I give the girl the car. I let her get out of Night City. Like Night City fucking sucks. Everybody deserves an out from Night City, in my opinion. But yeah, that's I think that's enough WoW for me today. The that error kind of gave me a splitting like frontal lobe headache. So I think I'm gonna go get some coffee or something, maybe eat some lunch, and yeah, I played that one too. I it was hard, definitely hard because of my play style too. I went for like a mostly kind of like melee build, and I used the mono wire. Like back when I played the game, you were able to go and find like legendary cyberware equipment like all around Night City and like random locations. And there's this one spot that they patched out the game that just had like this ridiculous pair of monowires, right? And I nearly played through the entire game solely using monowire and like speed shit. Like it was such a fun play style. But yeah, like I said, I got a headache. I'm probably gonna get a cup of coffee and eat something, and then I'll be back on another game in maybe like an hour or so. Uh, Thanks for coming out. Thanks for talking.